This is an excerpt of a recent PowerUp webinar presenting the basics of editing in Apple Final Cut Pro 10. Hi, my name is Larry Jordan. In this excerpt, I'll show you how to trim clips in the timeline. What we want to do now is we want to trim the clips, adjust where these clips touch. There's a soundbite. I can see our guy here talking. You won't be able to hear it, but he is. Then he stops talking, and the older guy starts talking. If I double-click on the edit point, this opens up a really useful teaching tool called the Precision Editor. This allows me to grab the out of the outgoing clip and drag it, and I can see the changes in that 2-up display in the viewer in the top right. I see the change being made to the outgoing clip on the left, and the change being made to the incoming clip on the right. The Precision Editor is the best example I've ever seen of describing what handles are, extra video after the out and before the in, that allow me to make changes. I can't trim this clip any longer. I've run out of media, indicated by that red bar there. If I want to change both, click this middle trim, and now I'm doing what's called a roll trim. A ripple to the out, a ripple to the in, a roll to both. I do a ripple trim to match the action. I do a roll trim to set the emotion. I can also trim the end by clicking here, or trim this end by clicking here, and bring the clip in or out a little bit. To get out of the Precision Editor, press the Return key, and I'm back to the timeline. Double-click the edit point to go in, and Return to go out. Although the Precision Editor is a brilliant teaching tool, I never use it in real life because the Precision Editor does not allow me to trim audio separate from video. To do that, double-click the audio. This opens it up. Then I can use the trim tools to trim just the video but not trim the audio. Or by going up to the tool palette, I can select the trim tool, click, hold, and drag, and I can roll trim the video without changing the audio. This is called a split edit, which allows me to have the audio and the video edit at different places inside the timeline. To do this, go to the tool bar, select the trim tool. The keyboard shortcut is the letter T. So then double-click the audio and they merge back up again so that I keep my timeline neater. This ability to trim audio and video separately without running any risk of them getting out of sync, because when you double-click they are still locked for sync, is a huge advantage over trying to just select the audio separate from the video. Although the Precision Editor makes it easy to see how we trim, the better way to trim for me is directly in the timeline. Click near the out and drag. I see the 2-up display and I'm changing the out. Click near the in and drag. I see the 2-up display, I'm changing the in. Type the letter T, click on the edit point, and I'm doing a roll. And with that edit point selected, type Command T, and I've added a dissolve. With the arrow tool selected, keyboard shortcut is the letter A. I can grab the edge of the dissolve and drag it to make it longer or shorter. If I click here, I'm doing a roll trim underneath the transition, a ripple to the out, a ripple to the in. And I can also type in a numeric value. My favorite dissolve length is 2/3 of a second or 20 frames. With the transition selected, type Control D, type in the duration you want. I'll type in 10 frames. Control D, 20 frames, or Control D, 30 frames. I can set the duration of the transition to be whatever I want. When I'm bringing in text, it's a 10-frame fade in and a 20-frame fade out. This has been an excerpt of a recent PowerUp webinar presenting the basics of editing inside Apple Final Cut Pro 10. For the complete version of this online training, please visit our store at larryjordan.com/store and look for Webinar 250. By the way, when you need to stretch your training dollars, membership in our video training library saves you money and time. You can access all our videos for a low monthly price of only $19.99. That's more than 1,900 movies, hundreds of hours, covering a wide variety of subjects. Plus, premium members can download practice media and projects Our training covers Apple and Adobe software. We update it multiple times each month. And for more information, visit larryjordan.com/membership. And thanks.